It happened in broad daylight. In front of a crowd. In front of her classmates. In front of people who chose silence over justice. When Madison Clarke felt the sting of a slap echo across her face, it wasn't just her skin that burned, it was her dignity. And something inside her snapped. Madison wasn't always like this. She used to be shy, quiet, the kind of girl who faded into the back row of class and never raised her hand unless she had to. Her honey blonde hair always covered half her face, her eyes barely met anyone else's. She kept to herself, buried in books and sketchpads, hiding the scars of a home broken by divorce and a mother working double shifts to make ends meet. But high school has never been kind to the quiet ones. It started small. Snide whispers behind her back. Laughter when she dropped her books in the hall. Mouse girl, they'd call her. Madison ignored it. She told herself they were just kids being immature. She told herself it would pass. But it didn't. 3 girls ruled Jefferson High: Samantha, Haley, and Brielle. Popular. Loud. Cruel. What started as teasing quickly turned into targeted torment. They mocked her clothes, took pictures of her sketches and posted them online with cruel captions. Madison reported it once. The teacher gave a polite nod and said she'd keep an eye on things. Nothing changed. Then came that Friday afternoon. Madison was walking home, headphones in, when she saw them waiting. Right outside the school gates. She turned to go another way, but it was too late. Samantha stepped forward, pulled her earphones out, and said with a cold smile, "You think you're better than us?" Madison didn't reply. Her heart was pounding. Her hands trembled. And that's when it happened. The slap came fast, hard, and loud. It echoed across the pavement. Students gasped. Phones came out. Some laughed. Some just watched. But Madison didn't cry. She didn't run. She stood frozen for a moment, her cheek burning, and then something changed in her eyes. Slowly, she reached into her backpack and pulled out her phone. Not to call anyone. Not to fight back. She pressed record. She pointed the camera directly at them. "Do it again," she said, voice trembling but loud. "Say what you just said." The bullies laughed, mocking her, but they didn't know she had already sent the video to her mother. And to her uncle, Detective Jeremy Clarke, a respected officer in the city. Within hours, the video was everywhere. Not just the slap. Not just the bullying. But everything. Madison had been documenting it all for months, every text, every picture, every cruel message. And now the world saw what had been happening behind the school doors. The school couldn't hide it. The district couldn't ignore it. The 3 girls were suspended, their college admissions revoked, and their reputations shattered. Parents were outraged, not just at them, but at the school for letting it go so far. But the story didn't end there. Madison didn't disappear into silence again. She stood tall. With support from her uncle, her mother, and thousands online who saw her video, she started a small campaign to stand still, speak loud, encouraging other teens to document, speak up, and fight back safely and smartly. She visited schools, spoke at assemblies, and told her story not to gain sympathy, but to spark strength. She still had scars, emotional ones. She still had hard days. But now, she had purpose. And as for those who hurt her? They'll never forget the day they slapped Madison Clarke in public. Because it was the day the silent girl stopped hiding and changed everything. Moral message. Never underestimate someone because they're quiet. Sometimes, the strongest people are the ones who endure the most before they rise. And when they rise, they inspire 1,000 more to stand beside them.